Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its mission? To explore strange new worlds, to discover new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Demon World.
Though the Enterprise's primary mission is peaceful exploration, the galaxy holds many surprises. To be prepared, we are conducting a mock battle with the USS Republic.
Captain Patterson reports the Republic is in position and ready to begin, Captain.
The Republic is arming weapons and raising shields. I suggest we do the same, Captain.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
I advise saving the photon torpedoes for close range, Captain.
Aye, sir.
Not my engines! It's just a simulation, Scott.
Captain Patterson says better luck next time, sir.
Lowering shields and disarming weapons.
Message coming in from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Jim, the Enterprise is ordered to travel to Pollux 5. The natives report that alien life forms have been attacking the settlers near a mine at Mount Idle. You are to report to the High Prelate of the colony. The settlers are members of the Acolytes of the Stars sect. The description of the attackers vary, but all say that the attackers resemble creatures from many Earth religions known as demons. Starfleet wants you to determine the nature of these creatures and to resolve the situation without bringing harm to the colonists. Starfleet out.
I don't know how long she can take it, Captain.
May I respectfully remind the Captain that we haven't accomplished our mission, sir. We're not in orbit, Captain.
Save new game. Replace previous game. Delete previous game. Cancel. Save new game.
Captain's log.
Pollux 5 system. An inhabited satellite of Pollux B. Pollux 5 has lately emerged from an ice age caused by large meteor strikes. It has recently been colonized by the Acolytes of the Stars religious sect. The planet is home to a wide variety of plant life, but insects and other lower life forms are the only known animals. Spock. Full name. Uncodable in English language. First officer of the USS Enterprise. Spock is one of the finest science officers in Starfleet and has been awarded numerous Starfleet and Federation decorations. Kirk James. Full name. Captain James Tiberius Kirk. Current captain of the USS Enterprise. The youngest captain in the history of Starfleet. Captain Kirk has been decorated many times and is considered one of Starfleet's best officers and a superb military commander. Uhura. Full name. Lieutenant Nyota Uhura. Lieutenant Uhura is the Chief Communications Officer of the USS Enterprise. Uhura is fourth in command of the Enterprise and is considered an expert computer analyst specializing in communications equipment and linguistics. Sulu. Hikaru. Full name. Lieutenant Hikaru Sulu. Chief Helmsman of the USS Enterprise. Sulu is considered one of the most capable officers in Starfleet. Hikaru graduated near the top of his class at the Academy and is considered an excellent military tactician.
Topic not available, Captain.
Daystrom. Richard. Widely considered the father of modern artificial intelligence, Dr. Daystrom is a legend in the world of computing. His duotronic circuits won him great acclaim. His multitronic experiments were less successful. USS Enterprise. Federation Constitution class starship. Currently commanded by Captain James T. Kirk. On the fourth year of a 5-year mission of exploration. Its first officer is Mr. Spock. Its registration number is NCC 1701.
I advise referring to the star map and setting a course for the Pollux system, sir.
Orders are to proceed to the Pollux system.
We have arrived at Pollux 5.
We're not in orbit, Captain. Entering standard orbit.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the comm.
This is so much better, gentlefolk. We are honored at your presence and hope you will find peace here in our haven.
Captain, the flora on this planet is very interesting. I wonder how useful it may be for medicinal purposes.
On the other side of the trees is Idle Mountain, a tall, forbidding place. You have a vague feeling of danger. A quickly constructed Spartan shelter primarily used by fledgling colonies. Remnants of a recent snowfall cover the ground. High Prelate Angiven waits patiently for you to decide what you will do next. You fail to obtain anything.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. We have received word that alien life forms are creating problems at your mining facilities at Idle Mountain. Tell me more. Most High Prelate Angiven, I am honored to meet you. I consider it my divine duty to assist you in any possible way with the spawn of the devil. Been seeing ghosts and boogeymen, eh? I find that a little hard to believe. I'm Captain James T. Kirk.
Certainly, Captain Kirk. Not aliens per se. We have encountered what we believe are demons at Idle Mountain. Creatures surely emerging from the very gates of hell. Our God would not test us thus without reason. So we believe your might and insight are our God's method to help us discover what is going on.
Aside from seeing demons, has any hard data been collected? Any evidence I could see? Demons? Gates of hell? This is the 23rd century. Aside from seeing demons, has any
A skeptic would consider everything merely anecdotal or unproven. My people will gladly tell you their own stories, so you need not hear it secondhand through me.
What can you tell me about the mine itself? You're wasting the time of What can you tell me about
The area is exceptionally stable tectonically, and easy for our machinery to work in, praise God. We've mined for hafnium and a variety of useful trace elements. The deeper we dig, however, the more anomalous the variety of minerals seems to be. Our Ignatiate brother Stephen has his own theories about why this might be. Either way, the anomalies inspired Brother Candray to conduct studies inside the mine. Yesterday, he reported discovering a strange door. A gate to hell, surely, for the demons caused a cave-in immediately. Candray was trapped, unconscious, and the demons prevent us from rescuing him. We can only hope he is still alive. Thank you for your courtesy, Kirk. May you receive the guidance and protection of our God as you complete this divine mission.
You fail to obtain... Boxes of supplies and mining equipment litter the floor. A sturdy man of advanced years whose blue eyes meet yours with clarity, curiosity, and directness. A grim-faced minor colonist nods curtly at you. A chapel typical of the
You'll understand if I don't stand up, I hope. I am not well.
The Tellarite appears completely at home surrounded by humans, but the wrinkling on his brow indicates a great deal of worry. The Tellarite appears...
I am worried about Brother Chubb. Can you examine him, Doctor?
Jim, this man has suffered severe physical injuries to his head and arm. The wounds have been adequately cared for. However, he has developed a Nugarian infection. If not treated swiftly, the effects can be fatal. The infection can normally be treated with hypoditoxin, but there's none on the Enterprise.
I may be of some assistance. The Lorexian berry grows near the mouth of the cave. If I could acquire it, I would be able to synthesize the hypoditoxin from the berry. Unfortunately, the demons prevent us from approaching the cave entrance. Perhaps you could retrieve it for me.
Nothing to report, Captain. I detect various pieces of mining equipment, but nothing of note.
The man is suffering moderately from the effects of his age, but seems healthy, alert, and in fine spirits. The alien's life sign seems stress elevated. Otherwise, he appears fundamentally healthy.
You get no response.
Time is of the essence.
You get no response. You see a small explosion, and the Klingon's hand falls to the ground with a dull thud. They look like Klingons. It's the Klingon's detached hand.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Captain, we registered phaser fire and an unknown energy beam. Is everyone okay?
We're fine. Did you register any disruptor fire?
No, Captain. Why? Are there Klingons down there?
No, just an idea. Cook out.
Fascinating. I begin to suspect that we have stumbled upon something that the colonists would never have uncovered.
What is it, Spock?
I wish to gather further data before making a definite conclusion, Captain.
This is definitely not a real Klingon, Jim.
This is a detached hand with some kind of circuitry in the palm, Captain.
You take the Klingon's detached hand. A Gindorian fern. A Gindorian, Facadian moss grows on the cave wall. Mine entrance. Various types of berries grow amongst the bushes.
These seem to be Loraxian berries, Captain. They have several medicinal uses, but Dr. McCoy would know more. Gindorian ferns are regarded as an intergalactic weed, Captain. The Facadine moss extracts nourishment from hafnium, Captain.
Jim, these are the berries we need to synthesize the hypodetoxin. We must get these to Brother Stephen quickly. There's nothing there requiring a ship. There's nothing there requiring a...
You have retrieved a sample of berries.
Captain, there are several weak points in the cave-in's structure. Careful use of our phasers from the top down should be able to clear it. Captain, the stun setting would be very ineffective on these boulders.
Assume firing positions.
This man is badly hurt and suffering from shock and exposure as well. It was a near thing, but he'll live.
Oh, thank you, kind souls, for saving my life. Let me rest here for a little before returning to report this miracle to Prelate Angiven.
This man is badly hurt and suffering from shock and... This is incredible, Jim. I'm picking up faint life sign readings behind this door.
Fascinating, Captain. This door is made of an unknown material. It is clearly built by an alien race we have no knowledge of. It appears to be a security lock designed to open the door when the correct handprint is registered.
The fit is perfect, but something seems to be shorting out.
The settings on the Ardak puller have already been adjusted. Simply place the berry in the machine and the hypoditoxin will be synthesized.
The machine synthesizes a quantity of hypoditoxin.
We've got to get this to Brother Chubb as quickly as possible, Jim.
Thank you. You're most kind.
You get no response.
I am Brother Stephen, an Ignatiate following the...
Why, Spock, you two should get along fine.
I would be equally honored to discuss medicine with you, Doctor, as science with your Vulcan associate. Let me continue. I believe our God made humans, aliens, and demons all. If I could get a real demon into my study, I would bless our God for the...
You tread close to unholy knowledge, Brother Stephen.
I appreciate your prayers, Brother Roberts. Captain, if you and your people go up the mountain, I hope afterward you will visit me in my study, which is next door. I'm too old to make the trek myself.
This man has recently suffered a nasty but non-life-threatening wound. The damage has been adequately cared for. The man's vital effects are attributable to shock and stress. There's nothing there requiring a ship. The man is suffering...
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report. A vintage 8012-86 of the mid-21st century. It is a fine museum piece. I read a collection of small items of no evident value. I would characterize this as a small museum display, Captain. Residue of several different compounds are in the tubes. None of the compounds would explain the sightings. Fascinating, Captain. It is an RDAC 4 molecular synthesizer, a museum piece in perfect working order. Fascinating, Captain. Nothing to report.
Mr. Spock, see what you can dig up from that old-fashioned computer terminal.
Captain, this appears to be a model of the Earth. Notice how it models a proper situation for a total eclipse.
Mr. Spock, see what you can do about that ahead.
This machinery is delicate, but I have managed to repair the circuitry.
A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite, a few fossil shells, the skull of a cat-sized alien animal, and a very encrusted twist of metal. A glass...
You are interested in my little museum of curiosities?
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask me. Yes, tell us about these things. Where did you find all this? Looks like a pile... Where did you find all this?
Here and there. Much of it was brought to me by others exploring widely.
Looks like a pile of... Yes, tell us about...
I enjoy talking about these treasures. Shall I go into mineral specimens? True curiosities, nothing more. I think they're very pretty, don't you? Shall I go into mineral meteorite? I believe this is evidence of the cataclysm which destroyed the moon of Pollux 5 eons past. I've constructed a theoretical model based on analysis of the planet's rings of what things might have been like. I think that the moon, like Earth's moon, would have made a total eclipse of the sun possible. I would have liked to have seen that. For conditions making a perfect total eclipse are rare in the universe. Our God creates great wonders. Shall I go into mineral specimen? True curiosity. Shall I go into mineral meteor fossil shells? One of the oldest forms I've seen on this planet. Our God makes beautiful things indeed. Shall I go into minerals, meteor fossil skull of a small alien and a skull of a modern Silati, the largest creature native to this planet, about the size of a house cat from Earth. The Salatis combine a rather insectoid pattern with four-legged reptilian form, including praying mantis-like forelimbs. Shall I go into Minerals, or would you rather twist of metal? This chunk of rock is a greatly weathered example of a vanadium tungsten alloy, which doesn't occur naturally. It is my best evidence that the area was previously inhabited. Shall I go into minerals, or would you rather move on to something else? Very well. I can't imagine why, but if you have a further interest in any of this, take what you like. But please remember to return my treasures when you're done with them.
There is nothing at the moment.
Jim, I'm not picking up any unusual life here, just native life forms and the settlers. The colonists are all human, except for the one Tellarite. If there are demons here, they don't register on my quarter.
Captain, reading the rocks in this area, I find that this locality may have been disturbed in the distant past. Recent disturbances created by the colonists' construction and mining prevent me from discovering anything further.
The hand circuitry triggers a connection and the door opens.
Nothing to...
There is nothing at the moment for me to do. There is nothing at the moment for...
It appears to be an abstract piece of alien art. Many alien machines fill the room. It looks like a control panel with slide switches.
It is an alien life support system, Captain, utilizing geothermal energy. It is still functioning, waiting for some sort of signal. Fascinating, Captain. It is a diagram of a lunar eclipse of this planet. See how the red sphere of the moon is casting a shadow on the blue sphere, Pollux 5. This must be a very old piece of work, because this planet's moon was destroyed thousands of years ago. The machinery is waiting for the gravitational pull of another eclipse to activate it, an eclipse that will never come. And one other thing, Captain. This may also be a diagram showing the proper settings on that control panel. This control panel is a manual override for the alien life support equipment. It is an alien life support system, Captain, utilizing geothermal energy. It is still functioning, waiting for some sort of signal. It is an alien life support.
This is a very old and very complex life support system. This is a very old...
Welcome to our home. Thank you for repairing our Somnambutron.
Stop. You're trespassing on Federation territory. I welcome you on behalf of the United Federation of Planets. Who are you? Where do you come from? We did fix your machine. Can we write the repair bill off against rent on this land? Stop. I welcome you.
We call ourselves Nowians. Thousands of years ago, we saw that meteor impacts were going to cause an ice age. We created this huge underground shelter to preserve our race, keeping us in suspended animation until the planet had recovered. We programmed the machinery to revive us at the next eclipse, but we did not count on the destruction of our moon.
Some advanced civilization. Perhaps you can tell us about the demons. Some advanced civilization.
There is no need for disrespect, intruder. Our race is old and powerful, wise in many things, like our guardians, for example. The demons, as you call them, are created by a machine designed to keep intruders away from our sleep chambers. It pulls from the minds of any approaching creature their most feared enemy and produces replicas to scare them away. For you and your crew, it was Klingons. For the Tellarites, a wolf demon, and for the other humans, a demon from their religion. On behalf of my people, thank you for waking us. I will turn off the machinery which creates our guardians, so that they no longer bedevil those with whom we now share our home. Oh, woe! Alas! The key is missing. I can do nothing. Even we will suffer the attacks of our own guardians unless the key can be found. I implore you. If you can help, please do so.
Jim, think about that skull we picked up from Brother Stephen. Now look at this alien. See the resemblance?
You found the key. I can now turn off the machinery creating our guardians, and no more sentience shall be at risk. Surely the Holy One smiles upon us all. I have no way to thank you, Captain, but please carry this request from my people to yours. We have much ancient knowledge we can share, and we would like to join your Federation. Go in peace.
I will be glad to accept your application to the Federation. We shall have a diplomatic envoy sent to make the final arrangements.
We look forward to meeting them. We also look forward to having discourse with the colonists. Farewell. May the Holy One bless you.
Live long and prosper.
Kirk to Enterprise. Beam us up, Mr. Scott.
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Pollux 5 and evaluate your performance at 94%. You and your crew received 3 commendation points. The top brass at Starfleet are impressed. Outstanding work, Jim.
I might have known there weren't any demons.
We all have demons of our own, Bones. The ones we can't confront are often the hardest to deal with.
These demons were based on fear, Captain. A human failing.
I don't know, Spock. Everything that I've ever read about demons describes them as having pointy ears. Hijack.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
The USS Enterprise is to report immediately to Beta Myamed. The USS Masada has failed to report as scheduled. Determine nature of delay and take whatever measures are necessary.
Set course for Beta Myamed, sir.
Captain's log.
We're not in orbit, Captain.
Save new game. Yes, quit the game.